Hey, this is my tutorial. Decided to try and do some teaching at the request of, I think it was what are you called? MrMontanman. So this one's for him. But if you have any more requests for any songs that I've done tutorial wise, just let me know, because obviously I have learnt them, so that's always useful. But yeah, the tab for this that I use can be found on ultimateguitar.com. That's ultimate-guitar.com hyphen. And if you search Burt Bacharach or This Guy's in Love with You, you'll come up with the chords for it. Yeah, so I work off that. I work off the chords from that. I'll put a link in the box. I'll also, because it's quite a chordy song, I've got all the chords on their own at the end of this video as a sort of glossary, so that you can hear the sound, hear what the chords should sound like. Bearing in mind that everything is relative to a capo on the first fret. If you haven't got a capo, I suggest you get one, because they're really much better for acoustic playing. You can change the key much easier. It's good if you want to change a song to fit your vocals as well. But yeah, they're all relative to capo first fret, and so you can see what they look like played, and you can hear what they sound like. And if you need chord diagrams specifically, Google them. Google the names of the chords, and you'll get loads. So yeah, let's get on with it. So yeah, it starts off with C major 7, but the finger picking pattern is the root note, which is the C, or C sharp, and then so all I'm doing there is picking the G and the E string, plucking them at the same time. So yeah, the rhythm goes, and then you're moving on to the F major 7, which is a bit trickier because you've got the root note on the low F, and the only other finger you're putting on is the 2nd fret of the G string, and you're doing exactly the same rhythm, but you're adding in a little bit. You're going, and all that is just on the G string playing open, then 2, and then open. So yeah, so the intro just consists of that twice. So it's and then you start on the chords. The thing that makes these first couple of lines quite so light is because they're all major chords, major 7 chords. So you've got C major 7, F major 7, and then you've got B flat major 7, which is a trickier one because it's barred at the 1st fret. If you haven't reached bar chords yet, you're going to need to look those up because they're tricky. But you basically put your whole first finger over the 1st fret and make what would be an A major 7 shape. So that's because of the bar, the 1st fret of the A string, and then you've got the 3rd fret D string, 2nd fret G string, and then 3rd fret on the B string, and then once again the 1st fret on the E. So you got, so that's a B flat major 7. So the first line, so it very much follows the vocals. So if I sing along while we do it, it very much follows the vocals because it's you see this sky, and that's like, so you've got you see this sky, the sky's in love with you, and it does that again. Yes, I'm in love. Now you see the thing you hear me doing there. It's just what we did in the intro with the finger picking, but in the middle of the strum. So it's yes, I'm in love. So that's, if you can see it, that's what I'm doing is it's hammering on that 2nd fret of the G string, but it really makes the chord sound fuller. So we go from yes, I'm in love, and it changes here to what's called E7 sus4 and then E7, which sounds tricky, but actually it's a lot easier than you think. So an E7 sus4 is just the 2nd fret of the A string and the 2nd fret of the G string. That's who looks at you, and then see all I'm doing there, if I play it right, all I'm doing there is going from the 2nd fret of the G string just down 1 to the 1st fret. So who looks at you, and then you go to A minor 7, which is the 2nd fret of the D string and the 1st fret of the B string, which looks like that. If you were to Google the names of any of these chords, you'll get a million different chord diagrams to show you what they are. So that's the whole first section. Pretty much done. Lots of lovely major sounding chords, and that's why this song's so pretty, because of the chords. So it's really important to get those little bits in there. But next we goes to G minor 7, which again is a bar chord, so you need to work on those if you haven't. I think that's a real turning point for any guitarist, is when you learn the bar chords, so you can just whip those out. But it's G minor 7, which is you bar the 3rd fret in its entirety, and then you just put on the A string you put the 5th fret. So you go, when you smile, and then you go C9, which is a bit like a C major 7. Make the C major 7, and then you add a note on the 3rd fret of the B string, which is actually it's a D, but the 3rd fret of the B string. I can tell, and we go back to the F major 7. Know each other. And this one is B flat 9, which is a very good spot actually, because you can't quite tell. You could play B flat major 7, but B flat 9 just sounds a lot better. Tell me now, is it so? Gonna let me be the last to know. My hands are shaking. From there, my heart keeps breaking. Cause we've got the E minor 7, which is just like an E minor there, but you're putting also the 3rd fret of the B and the E strings, which gives a nice much fuller sound. Okay. Back to A minor 7, which we looked at earlier. I show you. And then I'm glad, which is a D7 sus4. So D7 is normally like a sort of triangle in terms of frets, which is 2, 1, 2 on the G, B and E strings. But because this is sus4, it's actually 2, 1, 3. So we're moving that finger down to the G there. So and then I got to. So that's a D minor 7. So we're going from D7 sus4, which is that, and D minor 7, which is 2, 1, 1 on the G, B and E strings. So if you can see that. And then it's quite a clever thing, it changes the bass here, so it's I got to know you, cause. So there you're playing the chord as you would with just the D, because it's a D minor 7, you play it with the open D, just like I got to, and then you move your, I use my little finger personally, but you can probably get the thumb there, you can get a thumb there, but I use my little finger to the G, which is the 3rd fret of the E string, to just completely change the sound of the chord. It's brilliant. I got to know you, cause, and then back to the sections we've already sort of looked at. I need your love, I want your love, say you're in love with this guy. If not, I'll just die. You see, the only different bit there was that I was doing bigger strums. I need your love, just because it's a chorus, you want to give it more emphasis. But when we go to say we're going to go minor 7, so we're going B minor 7, which is like the A minor 7 we played earlier on, but you bar the second fret and play that underneath. So it's 2, 2, 4, 2, 3, 2. Is in like going across. Look at the chord diagrams. It's much easier than me trying to say it. Say you're in love. So we're just doing that shape and moving it down to 2 frets. So it's quite easy. Say you're in love. And the D7 chords by earlier on, we go to here with this guy, and then just a G. But this is sort of like a run down the E string. With this guy. So what you do is going from G to G major 7 to G7, which means that you're going from G down to F sharp, down to F. So all that's going on is we're adding a note which goes but while we're playing the G chord. So now personally, I can just about manage the stretch from G to F sharp. So I'll go like a normal G. Normally I play my G with B as well, but I'll make it clearer like this. So, and then I just move that on down. But then to switch to G7, I switch my fingering to that, which is quite a weird move to do, because otherwise you're never going to reach that top note. So, with this guy, and if not, I'll just die. And then back to the C major 7. Yeah, so I mean that's really all the different parts there are to it, because it just repeats them in different ways. So yeah, that's basically it. Been through the whole song, I think. The chord glossary is next after this. All the links and everything else you'll need are in the description below. Yeah, I hope this has been helpful. Let me know how if it was useful. Let me know if I should do things differently, if the chord glossary even works. Yeah, leave me a comment and let me know if it helped. C major 7. F major 7. B flat major 7. E7 sus 4. E7. A minor 7. G minor 7. C9. E minor 7. D7 sus 4. D minor 7. D minor 7 slash G. B minor 7. D7. G. G major 7. G7.